You have potential, but right now you are wasting it. Outright failure is loud and visible, but the quiet awareness of your stagnation is a slow, private rot. It is the realization that you could have been someone else, and you chose not to be. Walk into any coffee shop or office building in this country, and you'll see the pattern. There is a specific exhaustion from living a double life, the life you actually lead, and the idealized version of yourself that only exists in your head. We often wait for a catastrophic event to explain why we aren't successful, but potential rarely disappears in a single moment of crisis. It drains away through a series of unremarkable daily choices that society views as completely normal. Your own biology is the most consistent obstacle to your ambition. Every morning, your brain scans your environment for the path of least resistance. It prioritizes the safety of a predictable routine over the uncertain rewards of growth. When you surrender to what feels comfortable, you stop moving. This preference for the known is the specific reason you remain exactly where you were a year ago, despite knowing you belong somewhere further ahead. To understand why you stay stuck, you have to look at energy conservation. Your brain is an expensive organ to run, consuming 20% of your daily calories. Evolutionarily, it is programmed to minimize physical and mental exertion to keep you alive. In a modern setting, this manifests as the default American cycle. You expend just enough energy to survive a shift at work, which leaves you with a perceived deficit when you get home. You collapse on the couch because your brain is tricking you into thinking you have nothing left to give. This creates a cycle that feels safe. When you do the same things in the same rooms with the same people, your nervous system stays calm. But that lack of stress also means a lack of adaptation. You are effectively choosing a state of hibernation. This biological drive for ease is why a lack of clear goals is so dangerous. Without a specific, demanding target, your brain will always default to the lowest energy output possible. It doesn't find work to do, it finds ways to rest. If you continue to prioritize your daily comfort without defining exactly where you are going, you are essentially programming yourself for a life of underachievement. This chart illustrates the competition for your focus. The bar on the left shows the massive, immediate spikes of dopamine triggered by social media feeds. The bar on the right represents the slow, delayed release from focused work. Your brain is being conditioned to choose the spike every single time. When you chase those erratic peaks, your ability to sustain effort on the right side of the chart begins to erode. Deep work requires a steady, low-level burn of neurochemicals, but your brain is becoming addicted to the high-voltage hits of digital distraction. High performers manage this by ruthlessly protecting the right side of the chart. They don't have more willpower than you. They simply remove the triggers that cause the spikes on the left. They work in environments where the distraction isn't even an option. Regaining your potential starts with a dopamine fast. By removing the high-stimulus inputs from your morning over a 5-minute task, you are training your brain to avoid the very efforts required to reach your goals. Overthinking often feels like progress. This diagram shows the loop of mental simulation, reading books, watching tutorials, and refining schedules. You are staying in this cycle because it gives you the feeling of work without the risk of actually doing it. This loop functions as a shield. As long as you are planning, you cannot fail. Your brain keeps you here to protect you from the possibility of being judged or seeing that your best effort might not be enough. Even when people do break the loop and begin, they often stop at the first sign of real friction. The moment a project requires genuine struggle, they convince themselves they've done enough. They settle for a result that is fine, which effectively ends their growth. Taking one imperfect, immediate step is the only way to break this. It forces your brain to deal with real-world feedback instead of theoretical fears. 1 hour of messy work provides more psychological data than a month of perfect planning. If you stop the moment things get difficult, you are setting a permanent limit on your own capabilities. You become a person who starts many things, but masters nothing. Take a moment to look at your current habits with total honesty. If you do not change a single thing about your daily routine, visualize where you will be in 5 years. You will have the same frustrations, the same excuses, and the same unfulfilled desires. That version of you will have to live with the fact that they had every opportunity to change, and they chose the path of least resistance. The weight of that regret is far heavier than the discomfort of hard work. Stop waiting for a surge of motivation. Motivation is a fleeting emotion that disappears when you are tired. Discipline is the only reliable bridge to your potential because it functions regardless of how you feel in the moment. Potential has a shelf life. Every day you spend in the comfort zone is a day you cannot get back. You have to make the choice to endure the friction of growth today, or you will endure the pain of regret forever. If you are ready to stop settling and start building, like this video, subscribe for more, and tell us in the comments what one habit you're changing today. It's time to move.